Godzilla, Kong, and Call of Duty. Not a combination you'd expect. Let's talk about it. So in this limited time event in Call of Duty Warzone, Godzilla and Kong have decided to invade the island. Now you're tasked with either dealing damage to Godzilla or to Kong, and also you have to pick up Monarch tokens. So occasionally there'll be a zone or area in the map where these crates are dropped and they have Monarch tokens in. Now, more Monarch tokens you collect, more damage you deal to one of the Titans, Godzilla or Kong, the more you build up your Monarch meter that's on the right hand side of the screen. Now each time you level up, you either get like a gas mask, a crate, or the very top is the Monarch controlling device where you get to decide where Godzilla is going to fire his blue laser beam of death or Kong is going to throw his boulder. So this helps you a lot because if you manage to reach there, you can take out quite a few players in one go if you time it or place it in a good place. And later on, as this the circle gets smaller, the gas storm comes in, you're left with situations where two teams have decided to throw like the laser down or the rock, and they're really close together and there's like running for your life to try and find small space to survive. So that's kind of like the gameplay loop. And the other things I like about this event is that until you get to like near the end, say the last 10 teams or something, or last 10 players, you can respawn as long as someone is still alive in your team and you'll drop back in. So that's a little bit different. There's no gulag this time. Usually you get sent to the gulag for a one-on-one fight, and if you survive that, you can come back in. When you do get down to the final things and the respawn has gone, other players on your team can still pay to have you come back into the match like you would in a normal Battle Royale mode in Warzone. So yeah, I find having Godzilla and King Kong on the map as a threat, and they're quite dangerous and large targets, kind of adds to the tension, and having the thing where you can kind of respawn back in also adds to this action-packed sort of chaos to like trying to find a good spot to take down Godzilla and King Kong. Well, deal damage, there's no way to take them down. To deal damage, and trying to survive the normal Battle Royale mode at the same time. So you've got other teams trying to shoot you. This mode can only be played in squads, you're in a team of 4. So yeah, it's really fun. You get to experience it in a different way, like deliberately looking for those trucks that's got the AA turrets on the back, or looking for an AA turret. As you can tell, Call of Duty has definitely gone away from its realism, and this is the most fun I've had in an event. It is a little bit strange to get killed by Snoop Dogg while Godzilla and King Kong tearing chaos on the island. And overall, I've come to appreciate that I do quite like this island in the current Warzone setting. So I think that's a good map. I think King Kong and Godzilla add a lot, and this mode, they've been able to come back, adds to the fun and replayability. So I kind of hope, it's a shame it's as short a time as they got. I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks of this mode. And I'm looking forward to future that they do more modes like this. Having 2 giant titans battling out is quite good. I don't care if they made up the titans and the monsters. I think that's a good way to keep people moving on the map as well, because there's constantly this threat that like, oh, Godzilla could shoot his laser, or Kong could throw the big boulder. So it's the most fun I've had in Warzone. Warzone isn't my default Battle Royale game to go to, and I kind of fallen off Call of Duty a bit, but overall I think this plays really well, and I kind of like how they're letting go of like having to be really serious about everything. It's kind of nice to have a bit of fun, and it's kind of cool actually to see Godzilla in a King Kong game, because Godzilla and King Kong games are rare, and I think the last one I played that I enjoyed a lot was Godzilla King of All Monsters, which was on the GameCube actually, so that's a while back. And that was one where you play as Godzilla and the other monsters in sort of like a 4-player battle over the city. Now there's been a few games like that without the King Kong license, without the Godzilla license, sorry. King Kong on the other case, we've not really had one since the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. That was kind of like a first-person shooter with occasional bits where we play as Kong, that was by Ubisoft. So it's nice to see Kong and Godzilla here. I wish you could control them more. I wish when you took over control, you had more control than just choosing with a laser beam or boulder. I'd kind of like to roam around the island as King Kong or Godzilla. And Godzilla is a little bit restrictive. He always seems to just stay near the sea. He just swims back and forth in the ocean, shooting his laser beam. I kind of wish he came onto the island a bit more. Now, King Kong jumping from one location to another is really impressive. When you're in a match and King Kong goes across your head, it's definitely something to experience. So we played the Xbox One version. I feel like out of all the Battle Royale games, Warzone is the one struggling visually. It seems to have a lot of visual issues, and we even set the streaming quality to high as well. So there's a way for texture streaming, so to add more textures than just like the local textures. And even with that on, occasionally trees look like small children's drawing until they pop in. So I think that's something they can kind of work on. I can imagine those issues aren't quite as bad on the Series X and S, but as an original Xbox One owner playing it here, Warzone stands to show its age a little bit, but overall the gameplay held up really well, and I kind of forgot when the trees looked weird or funny because you're in the action. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this quick look at the Godzilla vs Kong. It's definitely an event worth checking out, and I hope you've all had a good time with it. Also, before I remember, so there's special challenges as well. Now, they're very grindy, like the amount of points you need. Someone's like, deal so much damage to Godzilla, deal so much damage to Kong. Use this special kill streak device, that's where you take over Godzilla or King Kong 3 times. Now, if you manage to complete all 8 of these challenges, you get a special weapon that you can use in Warzone and in Vanguard. And it's got some cool, like, cave drawings of Godzilla and Kong. So that looks really cool. I think the requirements to get it are a little bit asking too much of the player. So, but thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and join us next time. Bye.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.